This is a demonstration of the LAS application software, also known as LasApps. This tutorial will start the software. We will select some example input files, and then what we will do is we will run some routine LAS processes on these files. We will review the results, and then on the successfully processed files, we will run another routine called certify, which checks for common errors in the LAS files. And then finally, we will save the results. So to begin, we need to start the software, and we'll do that by clicking on the icon LasApps. And this is what you'll get. You'll notice there's a form that comes up called instructions, and you won't need these instructions because you're watching the video. So you can probably close this form. One thing to remember though is that we need to select the location of the well identifier, and that is either under the UWI or under API. It's also here on the top of the main form. Well identifier is located on the header line, UWI or API. API is used in the United States, UWI is used elsewhere. So I will select UWI. At this point, we can select the input files by clicking on the button Select. This form will pop up, and the software actually comes with example data, and that is located in the LasApps directory under example data. And what we will do is we will select files out of the subdirectory called routine, and we'll pick these. And all the selected files would be in the box on the right-hand side. You'll notice it includes LAS 1.2 files, LAS 3 files, and LAS 2 wrapped and unwrapped files. So click on the Continue button at the bottom of that form, and we're ready to go. The routines in this software are located under the menu item Processes, Routine LAS Process and Certify, as well as under More Tools, where you have curves where you can change curve mnemonics, you can convert text to LAS, you can extract depth intervals, you can merge, you can do math, and then under Other you can unzip files, modify LAS heading data, and all that good stuff. The routines that are grayed out are the ones that are only available in the commercial version of LasApps. And if you click on this, you'll get a little note saying this routine is only available in the LasApps Pro version, and see the website over there. So for this example, what we'll do is we'll pick processes, routine LasApps processes. Normally for LAS files, it's the first routine that I run. And they are to repair the LAS files so that I can actually use them. So click on the Repair LAS files, select everything. Also, check the depth and step the related items, because what we're going to do is we're going to check start depth and step on all files and fix as needed. These are the places where the most common errors are located. And if you can fix this, chances are that you end up with a pretty good LAS file. What is also available is a routine where you can set your own depth step. You can pick whatever you want. You can set the depth direction. It always has to be down or always up. And you can pick unwrap LAS files. Early LAS files could only handle lines that were 128 characters long, but software has been improved, computers have advanced since that time, and now we can handle files much longer than 128 characters. But if you end up with some old ones and your other software can't handle the wrapped part, this will unwrap it for you. Then you can convert depths if you want. So these are the routines we're going to run on the example files. We'll click Continue button on the bottom of the form. And in the white spot, you see the file being handled, and in the dark gray one, it tells you what is being done to that file. And eventually, a form pops up saying it's done, and in this case, we have some errors. And it says View Menu Item View Events Log for details. And that's what we'll do. We'll go to View Events Log. Let me make that bigger. And you'll see exactly what was done to each file. So for the first file, called LAS1_2 unwrapped LAS, it scanned for common errors. It converted 1.2 to 2. It did something with depth start stop, and then it set the depth going down. You'll notice that here it says error, and this is an LAS file that's unwrapped, very short LAS file. And the error message is LAS file contains 2 or less data steps in the tilde section, which is the data section, and therefore this is not really a useful file. The other error is located here at the bottom, and this was in a file that was an LAS3 file that was time-based. And the error message, let me point that out right here, says index, usually depth or time, is a string, and we're unable to convert to an LAS2 file, and therefore the file was skipped. So we had 2 files with errors. I'll clear this, we don't need that anymore. We can close that. And if we view the list of active input files, you'll see that although we started with 9, we only have 7 left, because 7 managed to, we were capable of processing 7 of them. And under View, List of Faulty Files, it shows you the 2 files that we were unable to handle. At this point, what we're going to do is run another routine on these successfully processed files called Certify. We'll click this button right here, Run Certify. And this program identifies errors in LAS files. So we'll just run Execute. It found no additional errors, and therefore now what we can do is we can save the results. And we do that by clicking on the button called Save. And we will put the successfully processed files in any directory that you wish. I'm going to put them in my on my C drive under Workbench, but what I will do is make a new folder for them to avoid any overwriting issues. And that's it. Thank you for watching.